Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Marie O'Neill, founder of Padma Life Coaching and the host of the upcoming virtual healing retreat, Harmonizing with the Cosmos. This is an astrology retreat, and it's designed to help you work with your chart or show you how to work with your chart on a daily basis to hopefully enhance your life. I'm here with one of the presenters, Lori Barnes, and Lori is a fantastic astrologer, and she's going to wow everybody with her talk because this is a special one. Hi, Lori.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness, you are welcome. Thank you for being here. For those who don't know much about you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you come from, that sort of thing, how you got into astrology?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I knew when I was a teenager that I wanted to do astrology, but then I took the really long and scenic route to get here, and I ended up having a couple of other careers before I landed in astrology. But I really believe that those two careers have helped shape my astrological practice. So I've done promotion and marketing for Warner Brothers and a few other places. Then I decided to go into psychology, and I have a license as a psychotherapist, and I did counseling for 14 years. And then I realized I really wanted to blend the psychology and the astrology. And so I went back to school to get my master's in marketing, and I opened my astrology practice. And then they just ended up merging.
Yeah.
So I mean, I definitely do astrology beyond marketing, but right now I'm probably most known for the marketing and astrology course that I teach at Kepler College and the coaching that I do helping people to launch their practice. And then the other part of my practice is blending coaching and astrology. So I no longer do psychotherapy, but that whole counseling piece is something I love to do. And so I do help people find their life purpose, their life mission, and I have a couple of programs where I do that.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love coaching, and I personally think every astrologer needs to have some coaching capability, whether it's, whether you've gone to school to be a psychotherapist or psychologist or a coach, you bring that to the table when you're working with a client. And so now you're going to be presenting on the retreat. What is your talk about?
My talk is about one of my favorite topics to blog about, and I also touch on it in my YouTube video series, and that's Mercury retrograde. And I'd like to take a spin on Mercury retrograde. And what I do is I work with it through the year. I've been doing this for about 3, 4 years now, where I'd say maybe 5 years ago, I was like, I have to find a better way to work with Mercury retrograde because I don't like this feeling of fear that I feel
Yeah.
comes around with every retrograde. And I certainly don't want to be the one creating that fear, saying, oh my gosh, it's another Mercury retrograde. And then everybody's like, I got to go hide for 3 weeks. So,
Do
so instead,
nothing.
right. So, I mean, even though there may be those things that happen with Mercury retrograde, that, the delays and all that, the communication breakdown, what I do instead is I look at it as a period of time for reflection and realignment. And when you start working with the retrograde cycles, cycle to cycle, what you can do is have that kind of fast forward doing things in between. And then when you get to the retrograde, it's a natural time to slow down, to kind of stop what you can stop when it comes to new stuff, and go back and look at what you've done in the last 3 months. If you did that every Mercury retrograde cycle, it can help you find little things that could become big things, right? Correcting that
Right.
course before it goes too far along.
Oh, I
So that's
like
what I'm
that.
talking about. Yeah.
I like that. And so then it sounds like one of the takeaways for anyone attending is that they'll learn how to use that retrograde cycle to look to actually look back over what they've done and to complete things that they maybe have started but haven't completed. Is
Mhm.
that,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And it's resolving things, right? So and we'll look at the houses, of course, because that's really going to give each person more personal information on a retrograde cycle. Because if the Mercury retrograde is happening in your seventh house, then there may be some unresolved relationship issues that Mercury retrograde creates the perfect environment to now address those issues. And that process happens during the retrograde. When Mercury goes direct again, then all of the ideas and the problem solving that you've done, you can start implementing those. So there is a process. And if you work with Mercury retrograde in that way, you could actually find yourself looking forward to Mercury retrograde.
Oh my goodness. I love that. I'm excited to hear this because we've, for the most part, people know about Mercury retrograde and they have a lot of apprehension and there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of misinformation about it. And to actually clear that up and use it in a positive way is so beneficial because we have more Mercury retrogrades in a year than any of the other planets.
Yeah.
So this is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the other thing that we want to talk about or I will talk about in this talk with you, if you're there, I know you'll be there, Marie, is is that it doesn't always make a big, huge activation in your chart every single retrograde. You can always look at the house that it's traveling through, and you can certainly do things around that are beneficial. But sometimes it's making contact with something in your natal chart, and sometimes it's not. And
Mhm.
that's the other important factor to look at. And so that'll be part of the presentation as well.
Oh, that's wonderful. Wonderful. So, for those of you who are listening to this video and you're interested in attending the virtual healing retreat, click the link that is going to be in the comments. The event is happening on June 18th and 19th. The time is 4 to 7 p.m. Pacific time. The retreat will be recorded, so if you're not able to attend, you'll get a replay. If for some reason you're not able to see the event listed below, go to eventbrite.com and use Harmonizing with the Cosmos. So it would be eventbrite.com/harmonizing with the cosmos, and you'll be taken to the page. Lori's bio is there, the synopsis of what she's going to be talking about, and all of her contact information is there. I hope to see you all on this next virtual healing retreat. Thank you for listening to or actually watching this video. Bye.
Bye.